We're live. How's it going, everybody? That's TikTok. I was thinking about going live on there too, just for the heck of it. But I think what I'm gonna do. That works. All right. Golly. Just get frazzled. Anyway, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Ugly and the Pug. This is the gym still. Looks a little different, but it's the gym. It's a lot cooler looking. I did some work on it today, and I needed to hop on stream today to continue my goal of streaming every day. Even if it's just a rest day, I think just building the consistency and showing up as this creative outlet has been really important for me. So I did a lot of work to make this a little more friendly to actually sit and talk to the camera for the times that I want to do check-ins. And I left a ladder right in the back because that looks classy. But that's going to bother me for the rest of the video. Okay, that should be better. But like I was saying, I wanted to do kind of since I'm not working out today, it was just a rest day, I did want to do a recap of the week and sort of what to expect for this upcoming week, because it's been a really big week, and I don't know how much I actually get to speak during my workouts, how much actually you guys get to hear. But this channel is all about documenting progress, and that's why I'm here. So I'm here to share all the fun stuff, the tough stuff. So first things first, this is Sunday. Today is the 22nd. 7 days ago, 7 days and almost 12 hours, I quit nicotine cold turkey. Not just myself, but my girlfriend and me quit nicotine cold turkey. This is not the first time that I've done that. This is the most recent, and this one is definitely, this one's kind of sticking, meaning we're holding each other accountable, so it's a little easier, not in the sense that it's easy in any way, but being able to have somebody reinforce it with you has been a really big help. And so we're 7 days nicotine free right now, which is really cool, really awesome. If you are, if you smoke, if you vape, anything like that, you definitely know what that feels like. So day 7, how I'm feeling. I've quit before many times. I've tried to quit a lot and obviously failed because I ended up vaping again. But this time felt really good to do it with somebody, just because even if I wanted to break, I knew that I didn't want to be the weak link and send us both down, failure. But yeah, it was rough. It's irritating. It can be really, strenuous on you and your partner. Yeah, 7 days nicotine free. Thank you. What the fork? So yeah, cold turkey. And I've been smoking, vaping, nicotine inducing for 12 years now. So this is a big thing. I've never used dip, anything like that. I think that's disgusting, so it's fine. But smoking has always been my vice since the military, since pretty much adulthood. But we quit. Need to do that with whiskey. We've been drinking it every night. Yeah, man. Drinking is one too. I'm a sailor, man. I used to like to drink like a sailor. Not anymore. I can't handle it anymore. But it'll mess you up. It'll mess you up, and I'm here for you if you decide to embark on that. Been drinking on the diet. Any diet you can drink on is a good diet. That's what I say. Hardest part about quitting nicotine, though, about this whole thing has definitely just been the habit of just hitting the vape, because that's what it was. It was vaping. I don't really smoke cigarettes anymore, but vaping is a tough one to quit. I've been eating a lot. I've been snacking. I've been eating salty and sweet, all that good stuff, and I've been really lenient with myself because I'm quitting a decade-old habit. Scale of 1 to 7. Scale 1 to 7. Right now, I feel really good. I feel fantastic. And yeah, I feel like an 8 right now. I feel good. The cravings hit, and the cravings aren't nearly as bad as they used to be. I want to say day 2 and day 3. If you ever quit anything, it's terrible, but it's like a physical response that you're dealing with that first time. So physically I was like sweating, and physically I was itchy, and I wanted to throw up, and nothing, I didn't want to eat anything, and then I wanted to eat everything. So I'm really glad that is all passed. And then to jump right into that, how was the wedding? The wedding was fantastic, and the wedding was the first social event that I had gone out in after quitting vaping with my partner and I. So when we got to, the reception, the party, it's all my family. Everybody, people smoke, people drink. So I had a drink, and there were plenty of nice people who I'm sure if I would have just walked over to their smoke circle, they would have thrown a vape in my direction, because there were a ton out there, and I just didn't go out there because the craving wasn't there at the time. But if it was, I don't know what I would have done. But I was really glad that there was no craving, like no craving whatsoever for any nicotine. I had some family even ask if I had any, and I was like, I actually quit this week. They probably thought I was just cheap, but it was the truth. So it's been feeling really well. Thanks, What the Fork. I appreciate that. What else? Yeah, eating. Eating's definitely been the thing that's like, I've been replacing everything with, snacking, eating, sipping on things. But like you said, beer, drinking, it doesn't sit super well with me anymore. So fork makes sense. Appreciate a fork. So this week is going to be a whole lot of just continuing the good habits, and hopefully crossing some more off the list. I think we go back to work full time this week, so I'm going to be doing the morning workout streams early in the morning at 7 a.m. Sorry, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you want to wake up, throw me on in the morning and start the morning together. I will just be doing that before I go to my actual job all day, because I want to at least start the day really strong. I'd rather do that than think about having to come home and stream and work out, and I would just overthink it all day. So I'm just going to wake up, do it, get it done, and then go work on stuff from the office for the rest of the day. And you wake up at 6, you're right on. Yeah. Join in. I appreciate that. Let's talk a little bit more about this week. Also, I'm pretty sure the NBA Finals just ended. Well, in the last 2 minute. What is going on? Is it over? I'm pretty sure it's over, but yeah. Oklahoma City Thunder wins the NBA championship. Crazy. I was watching that before I started. So this week we have some stuff set up. Same way about caffeine. Yeah, caffeine withdrawals are no joke, man. Caffeine withdrawals suck. I had to do the beginning of summer right after school ended. I did 2 weeks of decaf, and then I did 1 week of absolutely no coffee, and then I went back to decaf, and now I'm kind of back on caffeinated I think 1 cup every morning, but I have to do like 2 weeks of completely off caffeine, and then 1 week of, or not, 2 weeks of less caffeine, and then 1 week of some, just to wean myself off, just so that the caffeine still has some effect. Because there's nothing worse than coffee that doesn't actually wake you up. Especially when you drink as much as we do, I'm sure. So this week, a little bit more, 6 a.m. streams. We're doing Monday through Saturday. I think Sunday every week. I'm just going to do working out in the morning if I decide to, or it's kind of just a recovery day. So what I'm going to do is 6 a.m., just do a nice workout, back to the regular job. We're still doing no nicotine. And since I need a challenge this week to kind of, I guess, show up for, something to say this week right now that I'm going to work on to push towards. And that one is going to be drinking a gallon of water a day. So this goes right into caffeine, withdrawals, all that stuff right here. I don't know about you, man, but me, I don't drink nearly enough water. I think that's like one of the biggest, first things that I forget to even do. I was going to say people, but I'm people. That's like one of the first things that you forget to do is just drink enough water. It's ridiculous how dehydrated a lot of us are. I did this little experiment when I left to Great Lakes, Illinois, when I went to boot camp. And when I went in, we talked about this the other day, I was 230 yada yada pounds. I think I had gotten down to 222 before like ship day. But for the entirety of boot camp, you weren't allowed to have caffeine. There were no caffeinated beverages. So it was like Gatorade, lemonade, tea, water, nothing great, right? So I just made the promise to myself I was only going to drink water for the 2 months that I was in boot camp, because if I had never had the Powerade or lemonade to start, I would miss it. That alone, I think, probably took off 10 pounds of just weight in general. And I know that I'm always doing well physically when I'm hydrated all the time. So I have this, exactly, I'm not hydrated right now, so I don't have my water bottle with me, but usually I have a half a gallon blue water bottle. It's my tank that I carry around with me all the time. So if you're on the socials that I've linked down here, you can check them out. I'm just gonna put a tracker, I'll probably put a story up and I'll talk about it each day, because this is where we're talking right now. This is, but I will be doing that because water is super duper important and I need a lot more of it in my life. The training goals this week. So it's going to be 6 a.m. I don't plan on doing anything intense at all. It's going to be the same week of modifying all my old workouts to just work with how I feel right now. It's really important to just kind of put how you feel first. So my back is still a little tense. My leg kind of seized up a little bit last night. But like I said, this is probably a lot to do with working out again, being a little dehydrated, eating more. And so it's just going to be really important to be slow, or to go slow, rather than just jump right back into it. Let's see. Yeah, I think that training approach is going to be pretty much this entire first 30 days. Drink more as well. Only drink about 60 ounces a day. See, 60 ounces is a good day for me right now. And yeah, and I have like no excuse either. I drink. I'd be messing these up right here for the sake of the stream. I drink these sparkling waters or these sparkling ices. They're fantastic, but you know, it's like should probably just be drinking more water on the daily. Oh, that's so good. It's fantastic. So yeah, 2 of my big 60-ounce things a day of water. I was talking about the workouts and just getting back to feeling better. So for the next 30 days, I think that's what the timeline will probably look like, just because I know how it feels to get back into things. But for the next 30 days, it'll be modified workouts before I set another goal. So there probably isn't going to be a whole lot of intense anything. I think maybe, hopefully by the end of this first month, I'll be able to run consistently, maybe do like a 30-minute sustained jog again. But then from there, I think I'll set a goal. So nothing crazy right now. I think this is going to be a very weight-oriented month, just continuing to shave down some pounds so that my joints feel better, so that my metabolism just goes back to just to a normal pace. Steps is a good goal too. Yeah, that's a really 10,000 steps a day is like the minimum. That's how I know it's usually been a good day. So I think I'm gonna keep that for 10,000 steps per day. Fork is a really good just spot to have it at, and I think walking is going to be, what I have to do to get there. It's a little warm right now. I would take the pug on walks all the time, but there's not a lot of sidewalks around here, and there's a lot of asphalt, and it gets warm really fast. So walks are going to be a big part of it. Probably evening walks, most likely. So yeah, I think you guys are going to have to check me out around the other socials to make sure that I'm keeping up with the evening walks and the gallon of water a day. But 10,000, that is the step, or that is the minimum for this week. So I will make that a secondary goal. So a gallon of water and 10,000 steps a day for this week is the spoken goal. That is what we're taking away from this stream today. So, what else? Really not a whole lot. I just wanted to hop on today to just, check in, say what's up. 27,000. You on the treadmill today? Also, how was wings yesterday? How was how are those lemon peppers? I was thinking about those, but I had chimichangas and wings, Vietnamese food, waffles, ice cream. And crazy, yeah. That sounds bussin' for sure. That's delicious. Oh, thanks, friend. 40. I can see that. I had pizza. I ordered pizza today because it was funny. On Friday, I told myself I don't need to go grocery shopping because it's a wedding this weekend, so obviously I'm not going to be cooking. And then Saturday morning happened, and it was like, I need to eat something. So I think we ordered food, and then we went to the wedding, and then once we got home from the wedding, it was a weird time. Didn't order anything, but I had to order pizza today just to get through the day because I need to go grocery shop tomorrow in order to keep up with the good diet that we've been. Me and my lady and I, all three of us. Kidding, just the two. But my lady and I have been cooking a lot more at home this past month, and that's been really helpful. It's also been a lot of we like that one. It's also a commitment every single day to say you're going to cook, which is why one of my favorite things to do, especially when trying to lose weight, is fast, just in the mornings till noon. I don't get super hungry before noon anyway. I like working out on an empty stomach, so this week it'll most likely be wake up at 6, or start workout 6:15. Drink a cup of coffee after the workout. That's important. If I do it before, then I have to drink like multiple cups throughout the rest of the day. So it's gonna be mornings of no coffee on the workouts, and then I will finish the workout with a cup of coffee as to celebrate, and that'll get me to about noon of not eating, and then I think I'll pack, my breakfast, or my breakfast for the day, take that to work, eat that at noon, come home, make a nice big dinner, throw a protein shake in there somewhere. But 2 meals a day. So if you have any question, hit me up. I will. That's why we're here. I appreciate you being here right now. But yeah, breakfast around noon this entire week, just to get things going, and that'll be something you guys can check in on. And if you want to follow along anywhere else, I try and post to all different types of platforms, just because I have to grow the audience in order to unlock other streaming channels. Like, I can't open up TikTok streaming yet, or stream over to Facebook yet without enough people. So if you're sharing or if you're liking the stream, I really appreciate it. It helps us grow tremendously, and that's really it. I think I'm gonna have some fun right now and show you guys the stuff that I did. So check this out. First things first, I had to fix the the lightsaber rack, because that fell. Don't worry, I have that video clipped, and that's good quality content right there. Was my lightsabers flying down into oblivion, which is funny because the mirror that's right behind me, right there, I hung that 2 days before, and if I had not done that, those metal lightsabers would have smashed that thing, and my lady pointed that out, so very happy that I did that. Alright, what did I want to show you? I wanted to show you guys all my cool lighting setup now. So I'm always a nerd when it comes to just lights. I'm obviously lightsabers and everything lighting, but I go a little overkill when it comes to everything, so I have some changeable lights right here. But let's go even more so. So let's go warm white, and then we have some in the background. And let's throw this one on a dance. Let's do cyber. How about that? Yeah. And now it looks like the entire background is glowing, and it looks, it's a really cool, just sort of ambiance, I think. But I don't work out in these lights, so when it's time to get to business, click, the overhead lights come on, and it's right back to work. Pretty cool. That's what I spend my Sunday doing. But anyway, that's just me though. Gym light, no, desk lamp. That's this one right here. So desk lamp, warm white. Give that to about 100%, and it's a great glow. It's just a good light, It's about making the content look aesthetically pleasing, as it were. Oh, what else? What else can we mess around with? Let's see. Did I miss anything? I feel like I've said everything that I've done this past week and everything that I'm going to do next week, and that's really all I can do. So, Fork, thanks for chatting it up with me. It's always a pleasure. See you at 6 a.m. And anybody else who's in here, I really appreciate it. Click on the links, click on everything, interact with all the stuff, because that's what happens on good channels. And I will see you guys in the morning.